Hello there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today I'll be reacting to the Guess Who. For the very first time, we're going to be checking out their song called Glamour Boy. And I find it very interesting that in all of my 27 years of listening to music, being in musical conversations, starting up this reaction channel, I have never once heard of the Guess Who. I don't know how this happens where different artists like this don't even, like, their names don't even appear in my realm, but today we're going to change that, and I'm excited to do that because the entire point of this channel is for me to discover new music alongside you all and enjoy the journey every step of the way. So I'm excited to check this one out, but before jumping in, a massive thank you to Ted the Basie for making this donation request. Thank you so much, Ted. But now, let's jump in. We're going to analyze these lyrics as well.
Glamour boy, get your costume on. You got 'em lined up waiting for you, glamour boy.
It's like a ballad.
You got 'em standing in the aisle, so don't hang 'em up. For $25,000 you can look like a woman tonight.
$25,000.
$25,000, I think it'll work out right.
That's expensive.
I think it'll work out.
Oh, nice progression. Yeah.
You never know how you ride it. Think it'll work out.
Yeah, pretty melody and progression here.
Glamour boy, you've been tops for a while with $1 million smile. Glamour boy, you got rave reviews in your front page news. For $37,000 you can look like your sister tonight. For $37,000 I think it'll work out right. I think it'll work out. I think it'll work out. Oh, you never know how you ride it. Think it'll work out. Hey, where you go?
Oh, it's
So spin with the archer now and laugh in his face as he cocks his bow. Steal from his mistress as she's making love to your family. And
what is happening in this song?
but there's not many there who want to take time to sing and play it on a song for the people no more. Don't you want to take time to sing and play it on a song for the people tonight? Come on and think about it. Take time to sing it on a song for the people tonight.
Huh? Oh, that faked me out. I think that's a good place to pause and assess where we are right now. Melodically, this is a really pretty song. I like the movement. The chord progression is really engaging, and you can tell the energy is there in the performance. Lyrically is where I'm getting lost a little bit. So let's go back and analyze some of this and figure out what Glamour Boy is about. I have a few suspicions, but we'll work through the thought process together. Glamour Boy, get your costume on. You got him lined up, waiting for you. Glamour Boy, you got him standing in the aisles. Don't hang him up. For $25,000, you can look like a woman tonight. For $25,000, I think it'll work out right. I think it'll work out. You never know how you'll ride it. Think it'll work out. Immediately here, like, the first thought I had in my head was like, is this about like being trans and like taking like some plastic surgery or some operation that costs $25,000 to then change into a woman tonight? Maybe. But then the other part of me thinks like glamour. Glamour Boy. And then when we talk over here later, which I'll analyze that part, when we talk about who want to take time to sing and play an honest song for people no more, it's seemingly criticizing the Glamour Boy. And I don't know if it has anything to do with like glam rock as a genre, because I know that in glam rock, oftentimes those on stage, they wear a lot of like makeup, they wear a lot of like expensive clothing that can convert the, let's say, male performer into a more like androgynous looking performer, I guess. That could be what it's about. That's like my best, most precise guess I can provide, but we'll see. So then we go into the next verse here. Glamour Boy, you've been tops for a while with $1 million smile. Glamour Boy, you got rave reviews and your front page news. Yeah, so this part, when I first heard it, immediately made me think that Glamour Boy is someone successful, and to have glamour, right, is often attributed to being famous, at least and especially in the world of glam rock. So for 37,000, the value keeps going up. You can look like your sister tonight. For 37,000, I think it'll work out right. I think it'll work out. You never know how you'll ride it. Think it'll work out. So again, this is sort of like repetition of the previous section, but now we have a bit more context of how does the Glamour Boy fit into this world. He's getting rave reviews and you're on the front page news. So clearly what you're doing with this 37,000, changing your appearance, is grabbing attention. It is working. I think it'll work out. So it is working. But it seems like it's critical, or at least seems like the Guess Who are critical here, because then we come to this third paragraph. So spin with the archer and laugh in his face as he cocks his bow. Steal from his mistress as she's making love to your family, and be aware that there's not many there. I'm going to have to think about this one. Spin with the archer and laugh in his face as he cocks his bow. Steal from his mistress, so steal from the mistress of the archer as she's making love to your family, and be aware that there's not many there. So somehow, like, the Glamour Boy is stealing the mistress from like the hardworking archer, and you're laughing in his face, and all the while realizing that you don't actually have much family yourself. I don't know if that's accurate, but I'll go with that. And then here the last pivotal line: who want to take time to sing and play an honest song for people no more. I think implying that the songs that the Glamour Boy is playing are not honest, are deceptive in nature, are playing this game of smoke and mirrors, bait and switch. That is my thinking so far, but feel free to correct me in the comments.
It's all downhill, Glamour Boy. You got tales to tell when you see your old friends. For $49,000 you can look
another 12K. I wonder why the 12K jumps.
$49,000, I think it'll work out right. I think it'll work out. As he cocks his bow, steal from his mistress as she's making love to your family, and be aware that there's not
to your family
who want to take time to sing and play an honest song for the people no more. Come on and think about it. Take time to sing an honest song for the people tonight.
I love how the intensity's picked up here.
Love you takes my blues away. Take time to sing it on a song. You're walking around singing now, it won't take long. You got take time to sing it on a song for the people tonight.
Well, there you have it. That is Glamour Boy. Very interesting listen. Um, I hope I'm somewhat accurate with my dissection thus far. Well, let's finish out the last verse here, and I'll put a bow around my uh, my analysis. So musically, though, I think we had a lot to, I guess, enjoy about it. I think it was an overall simple track, but simple works. The chord progression was pleasant and lovely to listen to. I think the vocal performance as well. He has a very rich voice. There's almost like a bit of earth to his voice, if that makes sense. I like vocalists who sing like that. And when you get into those higher parts of the song that are more, let's say, impactful energetically, that have more emotion behind it, those voices always carry with it more weight. So now let's go back to this final verse here and see if that adds more context. Glamour Boy, you've really had your fill and it's all downhill, Glamour Boy. You've got tales to tell when you see your old friends. For 49,000, you can look like a woman tonight. For 49,000, I think it'll work out all right. And then we get more repetition. You never know how you'll ride it. Think it'll work out. So the different line here, you've really had your fill and it's all downhill. Seemingly implying that like all of the things that you've done to achieve your fame and fortune and these performances that in my estimation are all a front, now it's going to go downhill. You'll lose all of your fame, you'll lose all of the luster, you'll lose all of the glam. It'll just be you talking and reminiscing with your old friends at the bar, right? Back in my day, oh, if I didn't tear my ACL, blah, 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 like all of those kind of stories that friends share of their past lives because there's no more future to live. So to me, it seems like a very critical song of the Glamour Boy. If it has anything to do with the glam rock genre, I think I will feel happy in my ability to analyze things in real time. But even if it doesn't, I think the point stands. There's a different point that I think you can even generalize this idea to, which is a lot of people who are in the world of entertainment and nowadays especially social media are seeking fame at all costs. They do not care what virtues they have to sacrifice to get there. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with dressing more androgynously, but if you extend the argument more broadly, many people are there to grab attentions just for the sake of it rather than to embody who they are and just let that be what the world sees. People try to shape shift and become different versions of themselves all the time, not because it is who they are, but it gets clicks or it gets views or people will go to your shows. And novelty wears off. If you are not who you say you are, people will find out one way or the other. And seemingly here, the guests who are critiquing the Glamour Boy, thinking that the Glamour Boy is, I don't know if fundamentally deceptive is the right word, but, you know, this fame that is being earned through, you know, dressing more androgynously may be more short-lived. And it seems like, again, criticizing their work and calling it, I guess, dishonest. So it is a bit deceptive too. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting lost in the weeds a little bit. Maybe I need, how about this? Let me quickly do a Google of the meaning of Glamour Boy and see if I'm even on target here. According to AI Overview on Google, a glamour boy refers to a man who is perceived as popular and attractive, often due to a charismatic or captivating appearance, and who receives a lot of attention. Okay, so that's the meaning of Glamour Boy. Now let's look up the meaning of the Guess Who's Glamour Boy. Glamour Boy by the Guess Who, written by Burton Cummings, is a song that was initially inspired by David Bowie and the glam rock movement. I'm so happy I got that. I didn't get the David Bowie part, but I got the glam rock part. While originally intended as a somewhat dismissive commentary on the image-focused as aspect of Bowie's music, Cummings now views it as a tribute to Bowie. The song was a response to Cummings feeling threatened by the popularity of androgynous rock stars. Oh my god, they're even using the words that I... rock stars like Bowie, believing their image-driven appeal was overshadowing musicians focused solely on the music. I see. And it's also interesting that we get the perspective shift, because in the past, he viewed androgynous rock, glam rock David Bowie as a threat, but has since changed his perspective in favor of David Bowie, in favor of the movement. That is so interesting. And I guess I took it a bit of a different way in terms of like how people will do anything for views and clicks. His focus is more on you're deriving your popularity not from the music but from the glam aspect, which is not musical. Maybe, but also music is not just audio. The musical experience can be visual, is performative. It is all art, so it is all a very collective endeavor, and to try to disentangle the visual from the audio can only be done if all music was purely audio and you had no visual to accompany it. I don't think it's fair to then criticize somebody for putting more eggs in the visual basket. So I'm glad that Cummings here came around. Wow, this is a really cool reaction for me to just like get to experience this, try to understand it, and then now coming away with the meaning. I feel good right now. Thank you, Ted, for this request. I hope you all enjoyed the reaction today. If you did and would like to make a request yourself, whether it's more The Guess Who, David Bowie, really anything and everything, I am down. Click the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.